Hey everybody, welcome to episode 12 of Spirit Hub's virtual happy hour. We've got a good one for you. We're going up northeast to Hartford, Connecticut. We have Hartford Flavor Company and Lelaneia here. Lelaneia, say hello to everybody.
Hi everybody, how are you?
See, and I'm very good. Everyone's had a nice weekend. I'm assuming so. We probably had plenty to drink as well. Doesn't mean we can't make more cocktails. We've got, Lelaneia knows plenty of liqueurs and everything that she's got. But before she gets really into it, welcoming all the people back that have joined us before. Welcome to all the new people. For those of you that don't know who we are, so we are Spirit Hub. We're an online retailer located in Illinois. Currently, we're an e-commerce platform that can ship to all customers across the state of Illinois, and hopefully soon we'll be in other markets. But we do carry, we're all about independent craft distilleries. So we're all about the people that, not the big guys, right? So we want to build that exposure and really get you to know the people behind the brands. So with that, we've got over 200 independent craft distilleries and over 1,300 products on our platform at the moment. So like I said, if you have any questions for us, Lelaneia will be happy to answer them as well. We really want you to get to know the people that are behind these awesome brands that we carry. And like I said, it's all across the United States. We have one in Canada and a couple from Mexico as well. But that's enough from me. Lelaneia, you can go right into it.
Hi, how are you? I'm Lelaneia Dubay with Hartford Flavor Company. I started Hartford Flavor Company because I couldn't drink anymore because of all the chemical additives, artificial flavors and colors in alcohol. And after about 6 months of no drinking, that was not fun anymore. I wanted a cocktail. Life is better with a cocktail, right? So I made the lavender liqueur out of my garden. I had already made the cranberry liqueur for Christmas gifts. And so I knew an idea of a recipe. And so I made the lavender and gave it away to friends, and everybody thought it was great. And then I brought the two flavors to a holiday party where there happened to be mixologists and restaurant owners. And they tried it and said, oh my God, get this out to market. You've got magic in a bottle. And I was like, maybe, maybe not. Sounds like work. Because I'm a landscape designer and a botanist and an herbalist and an artist first. So I really wasn't on the radar, but the universe said do this. So here I am 5 years later with Hartford Flavor Company and our line of liqueurs, Wild Moon. So we have 7 in the Wild Moon lineup. We have cucumber, rose is my personal favorite, botanics, beautiful, flavor forward, lime, which replaces rose's lime juice because there really is no other product. So this is perfect for home mixology. The cranberry, which is the original flavor, it's about 400 pounds of Cape Cod cranberries that soak in our sugarcane-based spirit, so really concentrated. So what I'm trying to do with liqueurs is concentrate them, make them flavor forward, rich, obviously no colors, artificial flavors, no junk, no chemical suspenders. And I think that's one of the things that was making me ill. And so none of that's in there. It's all just real fruit that has been turned into a tincture and then turned into a liqueur. And it's no chemicals, artificial flavors, or colors. So I'm out to revolutionize the liqueur by bringing the sugar down and making it all natural. So nothing else like this on the market. And I'm really excited to be pushing liqueurs forward. Liqueurs are flavor our cocktails. And they also are great over ice cream. I bake with them all the time, marinate chicken and meat. I have a bunch of sauce recipes. So it's really fun to be able to do other things, not just cocktails. But of course, cocktails are king, so why not? We also have the lavender liqueur, which is our best seller in the summertime because lavender is a super trendy flavor right now. And I happen to have the only lavender liqueur on the market, so bingo. I do grow the lavender right in my garden in Hartford, which is fantastic. And the secret is not just the flowers, but the stems and leaves, so it has an interesting flavor. And then the birch, which is also unique to us. It's very woodland. When I was a child, I used to chew on the birch sticks out in the forest. And so to me, it's a perfect New England flavor. And then we have the chai spice, which was a sentimental flavor of mine. My mom made chai tea when I was little, and it had to be one of the flavors. So really unique, something for everybody, something across the seasons. So we have bestsellers depending on the time of year it is. So the cucumber and lavender is definitely best in the summertime. And then we go to cranberry season, all fall. And then it's chai in the winter. And then it's rose and lavender in the springtime. So that's fantastic to be able to mix into many different things, like Prosecco. I drink a lot with just the liqueurs into Prosecco, into lighter cocktails. I do a lot of just seltzer because I don't always need the heavier cocktail, particularly in the summertime, and also reduce the calories a little bit. So it's really fun to be able to play with it and do a bunch of different things with it. So let's go ahead and try the lavender. This is the reason for the business, which is kind of crazy. And, but we're so happy. We've been so incredibly successful with the brand and doing many different kinds of things here in the distillery. So we are right in Hartford. We are the first distillery in Hartford in 40 years. I am the only women-owned distillery in Connecticut. I do this with my husband, who's my partner, and my daughter is our marketing manager. So it really is all in the family, and we're really happy to be doing that. So let's try the lavender. This is so lovely because it's concentrated. You don't need a lot, so it's very flavor forward. It's very aromatic, and it flavors a drink beautifully. So I like to put this into all of the light spirits, so gin, vodka, tequila, light rum. I absolutely love it in like a bee's knees, so gin and honey and lemon, perfect. But I also love it in bourbon. Bourbon and ginger ale with fresh lime, we call it a lavender bell. We have hundreds of recipes on our website, harborflavor.com, if you want to try these and have fun with playing. But I'm sure you can make stuff up for yourself. So this line is like granimals for alcohol. Basically, you choose your flavor that you like, you choose your base spirit that you like, and your mixer that you like, and you're gonna like the cocktail. That's the fun part. It's so flexible, and it makes you an excellent mixologist at home with no fuss. So the lavender, it's fantastic. The aroma is big and heady, but it has a little bit of sweetness underneath and almost like a summer hay smell. So very fragrant, very rich on the tongue, coats the whole mouth, but then you've got this woody middle and almost like a little twiggy or herby end to it. And that's because of the stems and leaves, and that is where the magic, and that's why it's so interesting. And that's why it's a favorite of mixologists, because it has so much texture and so much interest, where if you're just using the florals, it's not gonna have as much layer. So this is really one of those magic in a bottle moments. It's just fantastic and extraordinary. And the bouquet is just excellent.
Yeah, I personally have bought a bottle of your lavender.
Yeah.
I do like the Prosecco version of it with Prosecco. So the flavors, honestly, just in that bottle are like, it's unreal. It's like, they're not to say they're potent, but you can taste the flavor. It's definitely not fake, if that's a better way of putting it. So I completely get what you're talking about with all the botanicals and how fresh it is. I need to dig back more into it, as the liqueurs are more for my wife. But I definitely enjoyed I got to try more of your stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely. Play with it. If you have a base spirit that you really love, just try playing around with it. There's so many different recipes on the website, and you can find something that you like. We try to be very open with all sorts of different base spirits and mixing. Like I love the lavender in like a reposado tequila with a little fresh orange. Fantastic. So there's so many different ways you can play with it depending on what your base spirit style is. So experimenting is the fun part with cocktails, and being able to make that magic at home with just a few ingredients, to me, is the best part of being in the business.
I'm on board with you on that.
Yeah. So the next one is the Birch. This is an award winner as well as the lavender. So the lavender won Tasting Panel Magazine 93 points. That was very cool. And this one won Connecticut's Most Unique Spirit by several publications, including Playboy. So the Birch is actually maybe our most famous flavor, if you will, because we make the Birch and bourbon, and we'll make that in a little bit. But first, let's taste it. So this is 25 pounds of white birch bark with a little bit of vanilla and sassafras to help finish it like a root beer. So it supports the flavor and makes it long and beautiful. It's, again, not too sweet, but what it does is it's designed for the dark spirits, any of the aged spirits. So bourbon, blended scotch, blended whiskey drinks, but also your reposado or añejo tequilas. It makes fantastic, fantastic margaritas, really unexpected. And the fun part with me is putting into gin or putting it into more interesting base spirits, because it creates something that's just completely different that you've never tried before. That's so fun. So all right, here we go. This one is a little bit less on the nose, but you definitely smell the wood, and you definitely smell the vanilla right there too. So rich, full mouth with mellow tones of the wood. And you can really taste the wood in there. The birch is almost like a, not quite, some people say a licorice, but I don't get that. I get more of a wintergreen, but it's not minty. And then I get the sassafras is the end bite. So it has that almost a little bit like a root beer, but then the vanilla smooths everything down. And it is perfect for a darker spirit. And so unusual. I also love this in a mimosa. It cuts the sweet acid of a mimosa perfectly. So I do a ½ ounce of this and then about1/4 of an ounce of orange juice in a Prosecco or champagne. It changes brunch completely.
Would you say that it adds some sweetness as well, or no? Would you say it's on the, like more like tart? You keep talking about oaky and all that, but would you say it's sweet too?
It does have a little bit of a sweet finish, so they're liqueurs, so they are sweetened. We do use organic fair trade sugar, but if you taste this product against any other liqueur, we are far less sugar, and I'm really proud of that. I didn't want to get that sicky sweet taste of liqueurs. These are not your grandpa's liqueurs with the dusty bottle. These are a fresh way to add flavor to any spirit.
Perfect. Well, thank you for going deeper into your story. Thank you for going deeper into all your liqueurs. We're going to make some now really, really awesome cocktails, really simple to make at home. So we'll be back in just a second with that. So for those of you that are just joining us, we're here. It's episode 12 of Spirit Hub's Virtual Happy Hour. We're here with Lelaneia from Hartford Flavor Company in Hartford, Connecticut. She's kind of walked us through some of her spirits, walked through all of your Wild Moon Liqueurs, right? But even past that, we're going to make some really cool cocktails. For those of you that are just tuning in on Facebook Live, if you have any questions or anything you'd like to ask myself or Lelaneia, feel free to type it in there. Also, the recipes that she's going to be making are also going to be on the Facebook Live, and they're also on our website and your website as well. So go ahead and check those out. Like I said, these are pretty much pretty easy to make at home. But again, these are all Lelaneia's creations, I guess you could call it.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're so excited to be back, and I'm going to make for you first our Lavender Lemonade. And so I like to drink this summertime perfect, and sometimes I have the vodka and sometimes I don't. And sometimes I'll have gin instead of vodka, or sometimes I'll have a light rum or even a tequila like tequila. So whatever you have in hand is really the magic of these recipes. It can be very flexible. And so it's a very basic recipe, 1, 1, 2 and a half, which is a classic cocktail base. And then play with it at home, whatever you have in the house, right? If you don't have vodka, what else do you have? So we're gonna build the drink in a shaker. So we've got some ice. And so I'm gonna go 1 ounce of our Wild Moon Lavender. So again, this is just fragrant, delicious. Immediately you can smell it. It's so pungent, and it adds all of the interest to the cocktail. So that is 1 ounce of our lavender, and then I'm going to use 1 ounce of a better vodka. I really believe that a quality cocktail counts and matters what you put in the cocktail. So if you're going to use inferior products, you're going to get an inferior cocktail, and it's just, that's kind of a basic law. So drink fewer drinks with better spirits. That's what I always say.
I completely agree with you. It matters.
It matters so much. So I'm going to do 2 and a half of fresh lemonade. This happens to be a fresh lemonade that I just made, but you can make it at home, or you can certainly buy something. So there's 2.5. And then I am going to cut in the lemon. And so this is something that not everybody does. But what I like to do is I like to have the fresh lemon in the shaker, because then you get the aromatics from the peel. And to me, that's just a little trick. And I know not everybody does that, but it really just, it changes to me. It adds more of that fresh lemon flavor. So we've got that in there. I'm gonna pour it in here. You always want to shake lemon drinks. If it has any lemon in it, you really want to shake it. That's just another little tip. So here we have a glass. I'm going to pour all the ice in. I'm going to get that lemon in there because that's my garnish. I'm going to top up with a little ice. And so I've got a little bit of dried lavender here as a garnish. And of course, a fun paper straw. Let's try it. Summertime in a glass, hard to beat.
It looks very refreshing. And just a question for you. I mean, I know it's called the Lavender Lemonade. For some people that may be hesitant on lavender, do you have another recommendation as far as like a good substitute for this drink? It's very easy to make, but would you recommend maybe a substitute, maybe the rose or something else that you'd recommend other than lavender?
Absolutely. So really any of them work well with this basic recipe. Actually, the rose, I happen to like a little bit more than the lavender personally. Rose is my personal favorite of the bunch because it's so completely unique. It has high notes and it has these interesting, rich, deep notes. Fantastic in everything from Prosecco all the way down to bourbon and whiskey. And so that drink is called the Jessica Rose. It's basically the same drink, but with the rose. And that's actually my go-to in the summertime.
There you go. Took one of the questions right away from me. Thank you so much for showing us that one.
So are you ready to go for the next one?
Absolutely.
So here we are. We've got, this is a stirred drink because it doesn't have lemon in it. So you want just a basic glass. And I've got a nice large rock here waiting. And so this is a simple 2-to-1. And you can have it any way that you want to. Sometimes it could be 1-to-1 if you wanted to. But this is a kind of the basic recipe of a 2-to-1. So 1 ounce of our birch. And this is great with, honestly, any dark spirit, but the birch and bourbon is one of our signature cocktails. And when I'm doing shows across the state, I'll have people come up to me and be like, birch and bourbon, because we have such a big fan base for this drink. So it's really fun. And all day they'll come up and it's great. So I'll do 2 ounces of a better bourbon. So again, this really matters what base spirit you use. It's only going to give you a higher quality drink, and that matters to me so much. My days of drinking low-grade booze are behind me. So this one, you want a very large peel of orange, and this is where the flavors mingle and marry. So the orange does this really unique thing where it ties the flavors together. So you want to take it and you want to squeeze the citrus in of the oils off of the peel. You want to squeeze it in there. And then what I like to do is I rim the edge. So you get that aromatic as soon as you bring it up to your nose. And then I like to roll it so it looks like something interesting in the glass. And then this is our birch swivel stick. So got to have a little bit of birch bark in your birch and bourbon. So this
you gotta tell us where to.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta tell us where to get those.
Just right outside, literally, there's trees right there. So this one you're going to want to mix for a little bit. You're going to want the ice cube to do a little wetting down of the booze so that it's going to mingle and it's going to open up both flavors, dilute it just enough so that you're going to have all of the molecules will blend together and make a unit. So a drink all by itself. So it's looking good, it's smelling amazing. You definitely want to mix this enough. That's you don't want to rush to drink it, even though you might be thirsty.
We have time now. As much as we want to be.
So this is definitely one that you want to enjoy, and you can just smell it. So Birch and Bourbon. Birch and Bourbon is one of the classics that we have here in Hartford. We're working on a new destination distillery. It will probably be the largest in the Northeast, and that should open hopefully next summer. We'll see what happens with delays that we're all experiencing, but we're really excited to be expanding our brand and bringing more products to market. We have a little variety pack, which is a perfect start to Wild Moon, 6 of the 7 flavors, and a recipe booklet, which is the best part, so you can get started making cocktails at home.
And we hope to have those on our website soon. So hopefully we'll have that variety pack coming in too.
Perfect, perfect. The birch mellows out the bourbon, shaves the edges off, and the birch brings the notes up higher, and it melts it down so that you can actually have a bigger range of taste from the bourbon. So it expands all of the flavors. And the orange brings everything together. You can smell it and you can taste it. So a perfect cocktail sitting by the fire, or if you have some people over, just the perfect cocktail. Also, this is an impress your buddies cocktail. So you have a few people over, super simple to make, and they're gonna be like, dude, what are you up to?
That's perfect.
Perfect.
So tell everybody, go on spirithub.com, get your liqueur, get your bourbon. We have some really great bourbon. We've got some from Connecticut as well. But definitely bourbon and whiskey is we have a wide selection on top of carrying all of your liqueurs that you currently make from the Wild Moon Liqueurs brand. So super exciting stuff. Super
exciting and delicious.
Yeah, right. So I can't wait to make something like that because but I need to buy the birch. I don't know if I'm gonna try the lavender and bourbon. Maybe we'll try it out, see what I can do.
Lavender bourbon. So 1 ounce lavender, 1 ounce better bourbon, top with ginger ale, squeeze of fresh lime.
Oh, I thought I just made that up.
I was drinking it way too much there last fall.
Well, there you go. Then I'll wait a little longer for that. But thank you for going deeper into that and definitely going into making those 2 awesome cocktails. I did have a question for you, but outside of you guys expanding, you know, what's next? Do you have any secrets for your next, I guess your next liqueurs that you're going to create? Or are you guys going to stick with what you guys currently have?
So we just launched a line actually in March that got a little bit abbreviated with the delays that we're experiencing. I have 4 new flavors. It's called Wild Moon Botanics. And what it does is I've tested now about 500 different plants, and this is launching the best of my tests. We've done lots of tasting panels in our distillery, which are very fun for the public to come in and experience, and they get to vote for what flavors go next. And so in that line, we launched Sumac, which was the winner of all the tasting panels every time it was on. And then we have a 7 lemon. So I'm not really a limoncello person, but this is really rich with lemon balm, lemon verbena, Meyer lemon, very interesting, lemongrass, so very complex. And then we have sage, which is very aromatic, but also woody, very unexpected. So savory cocktails are really going to be a thing that you're going to see coming down the line, and the sage is poised beautifully. And then our dark horse, the roasted dandelion root. So it's a chicory, almost has a caramel with a little bit of coffee and chocolate finish, but it's just roasted dandelion root. You're getting all these flavors from just one plant. So it's extraordinary. It's like the best Kahlua you ever had. So that's really fun.
I mean, those sound awesome. I really love how deep you guys get into the botanicals and how deep you guys get into, honestly, like I tried lavender. I've never tried a flavor like that before. I could probably try anything off the shelf, but I really do appreciate, you know, the effort that you guys put into your products. So.
Oh, thank you so much. It matters to so much to be able to create something really beautiful and clean. We're after clean drinking. taking out those chemicals and making it so that you can have a delicious cocktail that's not going to hurt you the next day. So that chemical hangover disappears with our product.
Perfect. Well, I don't have anything else for you, so that's going to conclude our show. So thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much
taking
for
time out
having
of
me.
your day. Thank you to all of our viewers that were able to catch us this time. You guys, if you're interested in buying any of these awesome flavors, you can go on spirithub.com. Check out the assortment. We have all the flavors minus the new additions. Hopefully we get those in too. And hopefully we get the 6-pack of the experimental pack, I guess you could call it, in soon. We are offering a special. So with promotion code HAPPY12, that's HAPPY12, you'll get 10% off plus free shipping. Again, we only ship to Illinois customers at the current moment. But if you are interested in you know, like I said, Lelaneia's story and her brand, give it a try. It doesn't hurt to add some liqueurs to your bar cart. Lelaneia, do you have anything to say?
Just thank you so much for having us. We love it. Thank you so much for carrying us. And thank you so much for everything that you do for small brands. That is the future of the business. And you guys are carrying that forward very well. And we appreciate it.
And wouldn't do without you. So thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Thanks again, Lelaneia, for taking time out of your day. But that's going to wrap it up. So everyone stay safe and have a good night.
Thank you.